Let's finish off this episode with a question that is looming in Fort Collins. What to do with the Colorado State Rams? They are 1-4 on the season, coming off a, dare I say, embarrassing 45-24 loss to San Diego State, who moves to 4-1 on the season. But both of these offenses were struggling heading into this game. San Diego State figured it out. Jaden Denegal going for 256 yards. Their rushing attack was absolutely insane, rushing for almost 300 yards. And their receiving core did a good job as well, especially Jordan Napier with 150 plus yards in receiving. On the flip side, though, Jay Norvell hands over play calling to Matt Mummy, and it's the first time he does a play calling. It's changed up. Of course, it's the second career start for Jackson Brousseau as the quarterback for Colorado State. And you could tell that they wanted to change to more of an up-tempo style, and immediately it looked like it was failing. And it struggled so hard. It was a disastrous start for Colorado State, and it didn't get much better until the fourth quarter when the game was already out of hand. If you want to put into perspective here, Jackson Brousseau finished 13 for 25, terrible incompletion percentage, for 155 yards and a touchdown. There was also a freshman came in, Darius Curry, who played in garbage time, went 5 for 5 for 51 yards. Take that for what you will. He did look good. He looks like a very athletic quarterback and a fun freshman, but that was against not the starting defense of San Diego State. But before the fourth quarter drive for Jackson Brousseau, if you take away a flea flicker, because there was an actually really interesting flea flicker play, it went for 49 yards and a touchdown for Jackson Brousseau. If you take that away, there was only 20 passing yards till that fourth quarter drive. 20 passing yards if you minus that flea flicker. That's insane. That is insane for Colorado State. And if you're trying to move over the play calling to Matt Mummy, who, of course, his name is known, what his father helped with Mike Leach create the insane offense, the spread offense, right? You want to be up tempo here. You want to try and find a way to be able to move the football. Maybe it's a work in progress, but at 1-4, how much time do you have? The offensive line hasn't helped Colorado State much at all this year. Last time we discussed Colorado State, I kind of went off on the offensive line saying they're a disaster. And I think there's a lot more problems than just play calling for Colorado State. Their defense is good. Their secondary may have some issues, but they have a great front seven, especially Owen Long. He's going to be playing on Sundays. He finished the game with 16 total tackles, 5 solos, with 10 minutes left in the second quarter. So I'm talking 20 minutes of game time. He already had 10 of those 16 tackles. He was everywhere. And I don't think he played a lot of snaps towards the end. Maybe he did, but maybe that's why his stats were only 16 and had 10 before halftime. But absolutely insane stuff from Owen Long. A great player, and we're going to see him on Sundays for sure. But you have to find a way to improve. You're heading into the Pac-12 this next season. Is Jay Norvell still going to be the head coach? That's a big question as well. Would you call him on the hot seat? I think you have to at least consider it. And now you have a game against red-hot Fresno State. Yeah, it's at home, but it's against Fresno State. And they are one of the toughest teams in the Mountain West right now. I think they have more momentum than Boise State does. They might not have as much momentum as what you just played in San Diego State because of how they've won over the last couple games, getting all that crowd to show up at Snapdragon the last couple games, especially even on a Friday night. They did kind of good. Fresno State is bringing momentum on and off the field as we open this show today, talking about recruiting with Fresno State. Getting a win would be huge for Jay Norvell, but I don't know if that happens in this one. So I think you're going to be 1-5 after this football game. And then we go to the conversation when we're power ranking the rest of these new Pac-12 teams. How close are they in the power rankings to 0-6 Oregon State? Is that a fair question right now? I'm not trying to dog on Colorado State, but they're a tough team to watch right now. They are really a tough team to watch right now. There are a couple bright spots. Mentioned Owen Long, Jalen Dupree, the running back, fantastic running back. But they struggle. Matt Entz was very big for Fresno State in the press conference this week, saying don't look at their record. He believes they're a good football team. I want to make sure that that's not just coach speech, and I want to see Colorado State put it to Fresno State, somebody who had a tough second half against Nevada. this past week, found a way to get the win and moved to 5-1 on the season. Fresno State, Colorado State could be a fun matchup. If Jay Norvell gets this win, then we can have hopefully a positive conversation about them in the post game this coming weekend. But if they don't, they move to 1-5 on the season. Then you got Hawaii. Then you travel to Wyoming, where it's already snowing there. UNLV, who's been kind of a wild card so far this year. You're at New Mexico, at Boise, and then you finish against Air Force. How many of those do you feel like are good wins? Is that enough? If you move to 1-5 after a loss to Fresno State, assuming that happens this weekend, do you have enough to get to 6 to get yourself at least to bowl eligibility? That'll be a tough task to finish off your second half of the season. That'll wrap it up for this episode of the Pac-12 Daily Podcast. Do me a favor, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We're bringing you new Pac-12 daily coverage every single day right here on the channel. We'll bring you so much more. And if you're looking for written stuff, you can check it out at pac12daily.com. We'll see you back here next time.